Hello, welcome to Political Science 131, Summer Term 2021. My name is Dr. Eric Rader, and I am your instructor for the class this semester. The video you're watching actually is a revision to one I had sent you earlier. So if you had watched a video last week, there's some information that's changed. So I'm doing this updated video so that you have the current information for the class. So my apologies if there's any confusion. But the information in this video is going to be accurate. It's about the due times for assignments, and then also some more information about the class. So again, this is the summer term 2021, and you're in Political Science 131. This is a 7-week class, so it begins on Tuesday, May 11th, and the last day will be Monday, June 28th. And so there will be 7 weeks worth of assignments. A set of assignments opens every week, every Tuesday morning. So assignments open up at Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Probably usually earlier than that, but certainly by 9 a.m. And then all the assignments for each week will be due either on Friday or Monday. And the change is that the due time for all assignments is 5 p.m. So you will need to submit all assignments by 5 p.m. either on Friday for discussion boards, for the first response to a discussion board, or on the following Monday at 5 p.m. for any assignment. And that information is all in the syllabus that I'm sending you, and it's also in the new version of the welcome letter. So if there's any confusion about the due times, I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to clarify that the assignments will be due at 5 p.m. Now you do have a book for the class. It's American Government and Politics Today. It's an online version of the book, and it should be available to you on the first day of class. When you log into the class on Moodle, the course management system, you'll see the book near the top of the page, and you should be able to open it and begin reading the assigned chapters. You do not have to pay separately for it because when you registered for the class, the book was included in the registration fee that you paid. If you opted out of that, which sometimes students do, then you would have to buy the book separately, but most people don't opt out, so it's not likely you did that. But if for some reason you think you may have, just let me know and I can check with the bookstore. But you should be able to open the book on the first day and begin reading it. There will be 2 topics covered every week, or 2 chapters in the book, because again we're trying to get through 14 chapters in 7 weeks, so that divides into two chapters per week. There will be at least 1 written assignment due each week, and sometimes there will be 2. There will be many weeks you will have a discussion board assignment. In a discussion board, you will read the question that I post to the discussion board, which you'll find in the weekly folder. Read the question and then reply to it. Your response should be a minimum of 5 full sentences. It can be longer, but it does need to be at least 5 full sentences. Then the purpose of the discussion board is to get students kind of interacting with each other on that topic. So after you have posted your response, you will then respond to another student. You will not be able to see the other students' responses until you've submitted your own. And usually there is a little bit of a delay, so if you're planning to do the assignment all on one day, make sure you have enough time because there is a little bit of a delay after you submit your response before you can see the other replies. It usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes. But then you can respond to another student, and to reply you just look at their post, and then there should be a reply button on that post. But your second post can be a little bit shorter than the first, depending on how long your first one is. So if your first one's 5 sentences, your second one should also be 5 sentences, because the 2 together have to equal 10 sentences. But if you have a longer first post, then your second one can be a little bit shorter. To encourage students to interact early in the week on the discussion board, there is a Friday evening at 5 p.m. deadline for your first response. And if you post your first response after 5 p.m. on Friday, you will actually lose 3 points on the assignment. And the purpose of that is I want to make sure students are interacting before the assignment is actually due on Monday. So again, there is an early 5 p.m. deadline on Friday. And if you can still post your response after that, but just understand that you will lose 3 points if you do that. So it's a good chunk of the assignments. You want to make sure you do get your responses in by Friday and then Monday is when both responses are due to be graded. There will be some critical thinking questions throughout the semester. These are essay assignments where you'll have 3 of them through the semester, and I will give you a question, and then you will write a 400 word essay about the question, and it will be based on what you've read that week in class. One thing to understand is that you don't need to do a lot of outside research for any of these assignments, whether it's discussion board or critical thinking, because all of the information you need is in the book that you already have access to. So I really strongly discourage students from trying to do a lot of outside research. I know you like to Google things and kind of get some additional information, but one of the problems is that a lot of times these outside websites are not relevant or current for what we're doing in this class. And so you might just Google a term that you've read about in the book, but the information you get may not be directly related to what we're talking about or the way we're talking about it in this class. So just make sure you read the chapters. That's most important. You have access to the book, so read those chapters. All of the discussion board and critical thinking questions will be related to things that are in the book, so you would not have to do outside research. But if by chance you do consult an outside source, you do need to cite it. You do need to tell me where you got that information. Academic honesty is something I take very seriously. You'll see in the syllabus that students could fail the course for plagiarism. There are different penalties for plagiarism, but the ultimate penalty could be a failure in the course. So it is important that you do your own work, and if you by chance do use an outside source, even if it's just for a single statistic or a single sentence or a single word even, you have to tell me where you got that information. So because I'm going to be assuming if I'm reading something that it's your own idea or your own work, and I obviously I know that you have the book, so the information from the book, if you're directly quoting the textbook for the class, you do need to cite that. But if it's just general information that you got from the reading, that's generally not something you would have to cite because I know that you have the book. But again, if you're using an outside source for an idea, a thought, anything, you have to cite that in the discussion board post or critical thinking essay. But again, I'd like to discourage students from doing that because I think the material in the book should be adequate for these assignments. But let me know if you have any questions. There in the syllabus, you'll find contact information from me, the phone number where you can leave voicemails, and also my email. Because this is 100% online class, we won't meet in person, and the offices on campus are more limited right now because of COVID. But I am glad to meet with students if you have questions. If you want to talk by phone, we can meet by Zoom. However you would want to have a meeting, we can do that. So I do have office hours by appointment during the summer, but they will not be on the main campus of HFC because I'm not on the main campus right now as we're still dealing with the COVID situation. But I am glad to meet by Zoom or by phone, and we can set up a time if you want to talk. I'm always glad to meet with students, answer questions, address concerns you have, or just talk about the class. So a couple other things. You are going to be receiving a copy of the syllabus and also a welcome letter. And again, I will be sending a revised welcome letter to the one I sent last week because there's some times that have changed a little bit on that. So and I'll explain that in the email that I send you, which will also include this video. So if you have any questions at all about the class, I'm glad to answer them. You can email me, ewrader@hfcc.edu, and that email is my campus email. I check it every day. And then if you leave a voicemail on the phone number that's on the syllabus, I will respond to it as soon as I can. I get those voicemails as emails, and then I respond as appropriate. So again, I hope you have a great semester. I'm going to be posting videos like this every week on the different topics, and so these are kind of to supplement what you're reading. The most important thing that you have to do each week is read the assigned chapters. Again, there are always going to be 2 chapters, but these videos hopefully will be helpful in terms of giving me a chance to talk a little bit more about the topics that you're reading about. And so I will have videos like this every week, and sometimes there might be more than one video because you're going to have more than one topic that you're covering. So it is very important to stay on top of the work because this semester will move very, very quickly, and you don't want to fall behind, especially at the beginning of the semester. In fact, there is a participation requirement for the class. Students are required to submit all to submit assignments during the first week. And if you don't do that, or if you only submit part of an assignment, you would not be able to stay in the class. So it is important that you're doing the work. It is a lot of work, but I think it'll be a good semester. And that's it for now. So look for another video after the semester starts. And again, semester starts Tuesday morning, May 11th. Everything will open on Moodle, and we'll be able to start the class. So, all right, have a great semester, and I'll see you online.